Hey everyone, today we got a Cad Bane red deck with only cards from set 2 in the main deck. You will notice that our base is Tarkentown, a 25 health base from set 1. But you can easily replace this with any red 30 health base, so don't worry. But I wanted to show you guys how well it works with Cad Bane for anyone who has them or might want to pick them up. Cad Bane's ability allows you to exhaust him whenever you play an underworld unit to have your opponents choose which of their units to deal 1 damage to. And when deployed, it goes up to 2 damage, but it's still only once a turn. We are playing all Underworld units in the deck besides Toro Calican and the Lurking Tie Phantom. But they are great units, and Toro can get in a lot of damage, especially if you give him a Hotshot Blaster and ready him with Loam or Zuckuss. Lurking Tie is just a great aggressive space unit that is great into control and can win a game on its own if your opponent doesn't have a space presence. For our Underworld cards on our first turn, we have Lady Proxima, which can get in extra damage just from playing units, but having Lurking Tie and Toro can hinder this a little bit in the early game, but it's still a great card, and I think it's more important late game as you can get across those last points of damage without even attacking. Cloud Rider takes out pretty much every turn 1 play when you ambush, as you can choose the order of Cad's ability and have the ambush happen after the ping, removing a shield, or getting an extra point of damage that you need to defeat the unit, or even taking out a unit first with the ambush and then having Cad Bane's ability damage another unit. Mercenary Gunship, just a good 2-drop spaceship, 3 power. Bazine Natal for disruption works amazing with Cad and McClunky. Dr. Evazan, his bounty can be very strong for your opponent in the late game, so resourcing him late is a good idea, and paying attention to either trade off before your opponent uses resources or bouncing it back to hand is a great way to minimize this risk. For the rest of the ground units, we have a bunch of good Underworld cards in Forloam and Zuckuss. Ambushing in Forloam and having it survive allows you to ambush in Zuckuss as a 7/7 while buffing Forloam to a 5/5. This is very strong, as it can force your opponent into playing around the Zuckuss ambush, possibly not deploying their leader, or attacking into Forloam rather than your base. We have Envy's Nest Marauder, another ambushing unit that makes the rest of our ambush units take less damage and curves very well into Fennec Shand. These units, with the help of Cad Bane's ability, give us a lot of board control while still being able to be aggressive. In space, we have the Punishing One, and while we don't have any upgrades like bounties in the deck, it is a well-costed unit, and there are enough decks with upgrades that you get value of readying the unit naturally. Xanadu Blood, a powerful space unit that exhausts enemy resources or units at the cost of bouncing a friendly Underworld unit to our hand, which isn't really a cost to our deck, because we want to keep getting the value out of our units with their win played and ambush effects. The rest of the deck is events and upgrades that either help us control the board or give us a big swing in damage. For damage, we have Surprise Strike. We've all lost to this card, and if you haven't, you will. Hotshot Blaster, which you basically always want to resource. Jetpack, another good card that works well as a resource, but there are times where you want to play it from hand for 2 rather than 4. Also great to put on our leader. Then we have removal in McClunky and Relentless Pursuit. Cad is a bounty hunter, so he will get a shield if he captures a unit with this card. So that's the main deck. I'll talk about my sideboard choices and potential deck upgrades at the end of the video, so let's get in some games. Alright, we're taking on Sabine Green with Cad Bane red, and we're gonna mulligan this hand because it is not very good. This hand is better, I guess. So we're probably gonna lead with the gunship, so we'll put Dr. Evazan. I don't want to give him the ability to. Yeah, that's a good choice there. So yeah, we'll just play the Mercenary Gunship. We'll get some damage on Sabine. We could Tarkentown Sabine now. I think we're going to Tarkentown Sabine. Just relieve some of the pressure. Okay, we draw literally basically our hand, so we have more Xanadu Bloods. So we get rid of 1 Xanadu Blood, I guess. I feel like we don't need multiples. Okay, they play an R2. We're just gonna play Toro here. After we deal some damage first. I guess we could have waited in case they play an A-Wing, but that's fine. So Toro actually isn't an Underworld, so we don't get the damage on R2, but that's fine. So our play here is probably Bazine plus Surprise Strike to take out Sabine. So we're actually going to put the other Toro in our resources. See what they want to do. They might just attack for 1 with R2 to get the scry. And then we can attack with... Ooh, General Dodonna. Okay, so let's Bazine. We'll get a damage off somewhere. I would say they put on R2-D2 here. So Surprise Strike still takes out Sabine. She will be 6, but we'll have 6 with Surprise Strike. Metal Ceremony is annoying. So is Bright Hope. So is Fleet. All these cards are pretty annoying. We'll go with Fleet Lieutenant. We'll get rid of Fleet Lieutenant here. Just as they can ECL it in and get a big swing here, and we don't really want that. So. To our base, I would assume. To our base. And we'll do 3 damage to their base. We'll see if they bring out Sabine here. I feel like they... Okay, they do. So we'll Surprise Strike into Sabine. Then hopefully we draw something for next turn. Because right now we just have our... Okay. Loam and Surprise Strike is pretty good. We're going to keep Enfy's Nest. I kind of want all of these cards. Maybe we don't need Surprise Strike. We can use it to push damage, but I think we'll actually just go Loam into Enfy's Nest or Xandu Blood. We have a pretty good board here, so we'll see what they want to do. Loam can get some damage off. We don't have anything in our resources to smuggle out, which is sad. They're going to do 4 to our base. They still have ECL. Okay. Let's start with Loam. Now we're not going to get the untap with Toro, but he would have died unless we hit the base, but... We'll use Cad Bane's ability. We'll see who they put the damage on. I would think it's Dodonna, yeah. And we will ambush in... And just take out General Dodonna. I think that's the best option there. Ooh, Darksaber on the droid. Okay, nice. We'll just put 3 to their base. So if we trade out Bazine against the droid, we could potentially Enfy's Nest and take it out. Okay, not anymore. So now we're in a racing situation. So 1 more damage here puts him to 13, 16, 19. No, that's not lethal unless we draw like a Surprise Strike or something. But we will just put the damage in the base. Oh, Relentless Pursuit. Perfect. Okay. That actually goes great. We'll see what they want to do here. So if we do Relentless Pursuit, Dr. Evazine is the only other thing we can play. So maybe just the Xandu Blood. We'll see what they play here. If they don't attack us right away, it's going to be great to Relentless Pursuit it. Oh, they got greedy. And the droid is gone. So we'll hit him for a bunch of damage here. So one short, we'll play Dr. Evazan. We'll deal damage. They'll probably just put it on the A-Wing, I would assume. Okay, nope, they got rid of that. It's fine. So our opponent has to do 14 damage. And they concede. And we took down Sabine Green. Alright, we're here with Cad Bane Red taking on Han Blue. And this hand is a mulligan for sure. This hand is not much. It's better, I guess. Not great, though. So we'll put back the Lady Proxima. Actually, maybe we'll just do both Lady Proximas for this. And we'll probably lead on... Mercenary Gunship. We'll use Cad Bane's ability. So we could take out Sabine here with our Tarkin Town, but I don't think that's necessary because we have Cloud Rider, so we'll just pass. Okay, we have another Cloud Rider. We'll put the jetpack in our resources for later. They'll hit us for 3. We'll hit them for 3. See what they want to play here. They can play... Okay, they just claim the initiative. So we could either Tarkin Town, play Cloud Rider for free, and not trade off. And I think that's actually what we're going to do. We're just going to Tarkin Town, play the Cloud Rider. This seems weird, but this just puts on more pressure. And we could trade it off to a bigger unit later anyway. We also have McClunky here, which is good. We can put the Blaster in our resources. So we have Loam. Okay, they're playing Ray. Okay, so we'll hit their base for 3. So we can actually just go Cloud Rider. Use Cad Bane's ability. And do we want to ambush here? I think we do. Their base. So they'll heal if we do that, but we can pass. They could play Obi next turn, so we'll just get rid of the Ray here. We'll pass. Ooh, another Hotshot Blaster. Our resources is actually looking pretty fire. With the 2 blasters, when we get to Cad Bane, it's going to be a pretty explosive turn, so it's really good. And we do still have the ambush here. So we'll put that there. They just playing a regular cannon. We'll hit him for 3, put him to 12. So if we play Loam, we'll play Loam. We'll use Cad Bane's ability. See how they want to put it on here. So do we want to ambush? I think we actually don't. Ooh, they're gonna force throw. Okay, we'll just get rid of a Cloud Rider. We'll claim the initiative this time. So next turn we can... Ooh, Finnick. Okay. So Tora goes to our resources here. We're definitely Emphy's nesting. And we'll use Cad Bane's ability. See what they want to deal damage to. So we can actually kill Han Solo for free, so. And this way they can't use his ability this turn. Now they can still cannon, take out our loam. Ooh, that's pretty good here. It's a free kill on our loam. They're probably going to base, I would think. Yeah. So we have 1, 2, we have 3. Let's hit their base. They can claim. They're gonna force throw. We were the surprise strike. If they have another force throw, that's gonna be rough. That is their second one, so let's see what they got here. We do still have a good bit of pressure. We have the Hotshot Blaster. We'll pass. We have Fennec Shand. I don't think we're gonna resource. We might just jetpack. We have the resource for Fennec. Yeah, okay. So we might just leave this cannon. We'll see what they do. Okay, they played Obi, so we can't really just leave the cannon now. So we'll just put the jetpack here. We are taking a good bit of damage from... So if we kill Obi, they're going to be able to... Might as well use the shield to put it here. 8 damage. That's a lot. We can actually take out our Cad Bane. So we go 4 and 3, that's not enough. We'd have to Hotshot Blaster. Let's put 6 to their base. Okay, so now we have 1, 2, 3. Still 3, really? All 2, so that's horribly unlucky. So cannon can take out one of our units here. See what they have to play. Fennec actually doesn't kill us because we have only 3 costs, the 2 Emphies. That's kind of unlucky. Okay, they take out. Well, luckily we have another Hotshot Blaster here to get the win. And Cad Bane taking down Han Blue. All right, we got Cad Bane Red taking on Han Yellow. And this hand isn't terrible. But I think we are gonna mulligan. Okay, this hand is much better, I think. So Blaster and resources and McClunky, I guess. Keep Relentless Pursuit helps get rid of the... Okay, I'm actually gonna pass here. Yeah, that's what I figured. So they can trade, they can hit for 3. Either way, the Falcon is dying this turn. So we'll pass. Ooh, Cloud Rider's actually pretty good. New adventure? Hit him for 3. So they're going for... They're going to try to take our resource? Cad Bane only does... It's going to be 4 damage. So that would pass. Hotshot Blaster. We can Relentless Pursuit whatever they steal. But we can also just kill it, so. No damage, ambush. No tech for you. The combo has been disrupted. And we have another mercenary gunship, so we're just going heavy in space here. See what else they have. They might actually not have anything. They have 2 cards in hand. I assume they were planning for their resources. So. Now we have the Hotshot Blaster. Well, we only have space units, except for Loam. Oh, actually, our opponent disconnected after we killed their tech, so we got the victory. All right, Cad Bane taking on Sabine Green. We will keep this hand. This is a pretty good hand. Lady Proxima, we're going on resources, and Xandu Blood. We don't need that now. We're going second, which is kind of where you want to be in the first turn with Cad Bane, depending, especially in this matchup. So they're going to deal a damage. Do we want to play? We're going to play into the space, actually. Okay, so they actually just claimed. I assume they had the A-wing there, and when we played in the space, didn't want to play it. Another Zuckuss and a Surprise Strike. Not the worst. Surprise Strike is really good. So they have the initiative. Okay, a Fleet Lieutenant with no target is actually pretty good for us, so. Let's hit him for 3. Plays Dr. Evazan. Uses his ability. We could Tarkin Town to keep the board clear. And that's actually what we're going to do. Ooh, Cloud Rider. Nice. Toro as well. So maybe we just put back the Cloud Rider? We'll keep the double Surprise Strike. Either push damage or just take out their units. Okay. That's an easy one for us. Surprise Strike, take out Sabine. I miscounted. I thought we were at 5. I should have kept the Cloud Rider to play and put back the Toro. So that was a bit of a miscalculation on my part. Okay. Let's hit him for 3. We'll pass. Lurking TIE Phantom. Do we want that in this matchup? Potentially not. I don't think so, actually. Sabine does have a lot of space. They have ECL up. So. Ooh. Clan Challengers. Interesting. So they still have their 5. They did use ECL. So I think we are just going to play Zuckuss. We'll use Cad Bane's ability. Deal a damage to one of these guys here. See who they want to pick. Yeah, that's fine. Then we'll hit them for 3. Put 10 damage on their base. Next turn we have Toro or Punishing One. At the moment, we'll see what we draw. Yeah, having... Ooh, Wing Leader. That's a pretty good draw on their end. Okay, I do think we need to push damage here. Clan Challengers is pretty interesting actually in Sabine. So we definitely have to take out some of these units next turn because they have a lot of damage. What's 11 damage if we don't take something out? We have what, 9, 10, what, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage, which is not lethal, so we will have to take out some guys here. Unless we draw double surprise strike. If we draw another surprise strike, we actually do have lethal, right? Yeah. 9 plus 6. That's if they don't trade here. Which I assume they would. Not sure what's taking our opponent so long. Okay, so we'll claim. They have 2 resources. Do they have anything left? Maybe. Ooh, Medal Ceremony. A good one. Okay, put back the punishing one. So we surprise strike into their base for 9. All right, we still have almost 20 health on our base. Kind of forces them to trade here. Right. Bring out Cad Bane. See what they have. Six. So they do have a decent amount of damage. But with jetpack in hand, we actually killed them. So we'll see what they want to do. And they used ECL, so we don't have to worry about a Poe or a Wrecker coming in. So that's pretty nice. Okay, they're going 6 to base. We're buffing up Cad Bane. The shield means they shouldn't be able to stop them. So they go Darksaber on Clan Challengers. We kill them. They attack in, removes their shield. We kill them. In green, yeah. And we got the game against Sabine Green again. Cad Bane. Fucking good. Alright, that was the deck in action. Now let's talk about the sideboard and some potential upgrades for the deck. I'm gonna start with the sideboard and a card I know you're wondering why is this even in your sideboard, and that's Criminal Muscle. I've actually been super impressed with this card, and I think it could be in the main deck as it gets a lot more value than you would think. But it's mostly there for matchups like Ray or Tarkin, where they have a lot of upgrades like experience or shield tokens. But you can also get a lot of value from it by bouncing your jetpacks and Hotshot Blasters back to your own hand and replaying them after. After playing with this build, I do think you can switch them out for Lady Proxima if you wanted to. We have our last copy of Bazine when you need to be more disruptive. The Disabling Fangfighter is there for more upgrade hate. This isn't there for any specific matchup, but it's there for when you need outs to cards like Traitorous, Boba Fett's Armor, the Darksaber, or even Entrenched. Frozen and Carbonite is a bit of extra removal, but it can't hit leaders. But it gets any other problematic card, and since this deck is a set 2 only, we don't have access to cards like No Good to Me Dead or Waylay, so this replaces those cards. The last card in the sideboard is Pillage, and this is just straight up hate for Control and Han Solo decks. Alright, that's the sideboard. Now let's talk about the upgrades for the deck. I actually don't think there are too many. The biggest thing would be to adjust the deck for the meta you're anticipating. But let's start with the most expensive upgrade, and that's the Boba Fett unit. I would play it over Toro, which in most cases I don't think that would be the case, but with Cad Bane, Boba being an underworld unit actually matters a fair bit, and this would make your main deck Lady Proximas a lot better. Next would be the Ruthless Raider, and I think I would actually put these in the sideboard because Xandu's Blood is better into Boba Fett decks as it can take out the Fire Spray, but Raider is better into control, as it gives you some reach in the late game. The only other upgrades I think the deck needs would be some copies of Waylay and No Good to Me Dead, but I think Waylay is a lot more important out of the two. That's the deck, give it a try, and I'll see you in the next one.